Hello everyone. I know that I've been I think 11 days without streaming. Now before I start with, getting personal, I wanted to say, yesterday was my birthday. I spent it greatly, honestly, and I had a really good time. But I wanted also, I decided, I've been pondering about this idea of talking about, personally about something that's been happening for me for years. As I said in the thumbnail, it's 8 years already of what's been happening. Of course, I know there's no visuals because this is just meant to be audio only. I don't think I need any visuals for this, honestly. I don't think I care enough, to do that. I don't think I owe anyone anything. I'm not gonna address anyone by names in general because I don't want to give the wrong people attention. As you know, people like this love attention more than anything. Again, and I felt great, but then I was like, this morning I was pondering about something, and I'm like, wow, the only people who know about this are very close to me. Not many people know about this. Only very few IRL friends know this. My family obviously know about this, and people online, not everyone knows because I don't really just say it unless I have to, which is usually not the case. But again, I thought, for a moment, what could make me feel even better? And I'm like, hey, you know what? Maybe I can get this chance to get personal for once, because I never really do that much. I try not to, because that, I don't think I need to get personal with strangers online. But I think this is a good idea that I had for like months now, to just talk, because I know a lot of people suffer from this, and I like to think that I'm one of the extreme cases. I like to think, of course, I know it can be worse, but I like to think that maybe, people usually have it easier, right? But anyway, as promised, on the title and stuff, I'm gonna talk about my story, because I thought, why not? I think everyone needs to know at this point, because I'm kind of, I kind of feel like it will make me feel better if people knew everything that happened, of course. Well, not everything, but, this thing. Sorry, I'm a little bad explaining myself. And yeah, I disabled the chat, I disabled comments, because I don't want anything. I don't want any comments about this. I don't want anything about this. This is just for people to know me better, and also to, finally get it out of my chest, because the only people who know this are very, very limited. I can count them on my fingers. So, again, I don't want anything. Alright? So, leave me alone. But again, so I'm gonna start now. Sorry about the delay, the 4 minutes delay. Alright? So, Jesus. So everything started back in 2016. I was 15 years old. It was a pretty interesting year. I had my IRL friends as always. And, I was like just as usual. Ever since before that, I was already someone that would lurk the internet for fun. I like to check on stuff that I like, like everybody else. And things happen with my IRL friends, which are now okay, by the way, so that's that. But at the moment I was like, man, maybe I can make some friends online, right? That could happen. Well, I can tell you what happened. I'm sorry about that. I like to make jokes when I get a little nervous, gotta be honest. But again, as I was saying, so I make a little group on Skype. Yeah, that was around the time people use Skype, by the way. And I just want to say this, before anything, that most people I met online, which are a lot of people I met online, are nice, kind, usually. It's rare to find someone demented enough to stalk you. I just want to get that out of there. There's obviously still the risk, but you can't live with fear, like I did, which I'm gonna talk about that, right? But yeah, I made this very little group. We were like, I think less than 10 people. And we will hang out. And there was this particular person, right? That they would never talk in the calls, which was fine by me. I wasn't gonna force someone to talk, right, in a call if they didn't want to. I was 15. And everything was alright until this person started behaving a little weird around everyone, even me a little bit. He will be very passive aggressive for no reason, and I tried to tell them, yo, you need to calm down. Everybody's telling me that you're being an asshole for no reason, and I can see it. I'm in the chat. I'm in the Skype group. I can see that, and they kind of wouldn't back down. And then they will get weird with me. They lied to me also, saying that they live in the same place I did, which was like, it was for me. It was like the first time someone tells me, oh, wow, that's weird, because no one really lives in my country. Online, I never met anyone that lives in my country, surprisingly enough, which was interesting. And they were kind of like, kind of silly in that regard, of lying to me. But I didn't think they would lie to me because, again, I was 15 years old. And I wasn't thinking that someone will lie of where they live because of me, right? I that never crossed my mind because I thought that will be weird, that will be outrageous. I never even, I never, didn't even think about it. So I tell this person, what will be cool? It will be cool to meet up in a convention or something, right? I told them, but they were like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And I'm like, why not? We can just be friends. We can meet with my friends and also, that'd be cool. And they were really lenient about it until a few days later to tell me, oh no, actually I don't live where you live. And they told me another country, which later on I discovered it was also a lie. So they lied again. But the thing is, this person, they told me they lied, and I'm like, oh, why would you do that? I was weirded out. I was confused mostly, but I was like, why would you lie that you live in the same place as me? Why would you do that? And they were like, oh, because I love you, I really want you. And I'm like, this person wasn't even a close friend. We weren't even a month talking in the group chat, and I was like, we don't know each other. I don't even know your name. I don't know anything about you. That's kind of weird. I was like, that's kind of weird. And you're an asshole to everyone else except me. Now, and at the moment I was like, no, I get it. And I was like, hey, you know what? Get out of my life. And I blocked them on Skype and I deleted them from the group chat. And then it started. So from there, it all started. From that on, I swear to God, that it sounds so simple. It could have just ended there, but this person kept making a bunch of alts to try and add me on Skype, saying that he's sorry or something, and I was like, dude, you don't need to apologize to me. We weren't even friends. You understand, right? And I tried to ignore it, and I kind of, I was 15, and in the group chat I'd be like, yo, he's sending me messages with alts, like a bunch of them every day. Like, every day I get like 5 messages or more, and I was like, holy shit, like, guys, this is ridiculous. I thought it was funny at first, right? Because I thought it was just someone being dumb. I didn't think it was someone being obsessed. That didn't cross my mind. Again, I was 15, alright? And, it was so insane. I was like, that's really weird. But, I just laughed at it, and then I ignored it until things escalated. They tried to get my real name, my full real name. Again, I want to make that clear. And then they also uh, fuck, what happened exactly after that? Because so many things happened, but right after that, I remember they made an alt pretending to be someone else, and I fell for it. They pretended to be, someone else entirely, and, I was kind of like, yeah, this person is kind of nice. We talked for like a week at most. He tried to get kinky with me, which was kind of weird, and I was like, oh, well, I was like, I was honest. I was like, yeah, I have my taste, but like, I'm not gonna discuss that with you. And then he revealed to be, actually him, the person that was, and I was like, wow, you're an asshole. I don't want to talk to you. What the hell? At that point, I was creeped out, because someone adding you that you don't want to talk to, pretending to be someone else just so they can get personal with you somehow, it's really creepy. And it's not normal. That shouldn't happen at all. If you ever feel like, oh man, I wish I could talk to this person again, but I know they don't want to talk to me, move on. Like, get over it. Get over yourself. Okay? I just want to make that clear. But again, I think I was 16 when that happened, I'm pretty sure. I'm really sorry about time being really bad with me. It just, things happened that year, and I think my memory got worse because of it. I kind of believe that, because I didn't have this bad of a memory before all that stuff happened. But again, Jesus. I feel a little out of breath for talking so much, so fast. But again, I was, creeped out at that point. And I was like, yeah, alright, get the fuck out of my life. I'm actually, like, telling you, fuck off, alright? And, at that point, everything was kind of low for a little while, just for a little bit, until it resurfaced again, trying to, again, pretend to be someone else, but this time I wasn't falling for it. I was like, yeah, I know, okay, I know how you type already, I know how you behave, I know how much of an idiot you are. So, I ignored it. And I used to have a Twitter account, by the way, which I didn't really use, honestly, until years later, but I'm not talking about that. So, I move on to... So, I move on to another house at that time, which then I move on to another one and so on. It's a little messy, my memory in that time. But what happened is that I tried to ignore this person and just be with my friends alone, right? I kept being in my small group of friends and my IRL friends too, a little bit. And oh my god, sorry, I'm yawning. And it was a little stressful, but at the same time, my friends were always there for me, so I could just, ignore it entirely. They helped me a lot, I'm gonna be honest, at least around that time, until things happen, of course, because friends group always, they never last, right? Except my IRL ones. My IRL ones are still there, which is really nice, but, friends groups never last forever, so there was a point where I was alone. And when that happened, I focused more on doing other things, right? And, I tried to, I deleted my old stuff, because it was at some point that I couldn't take, the fucking stalking anymore, the harassing. It was insane, because this person got a lot of other people that I didn't even know involved, which was, like, weird, because this person also made alts with my name pretending to be me and messing with other people, which was not okay. Because I was like, okay, that's kind of fucked up. They got me in trouble with people that I didn't even know, and I was like, okay, who are you? I'm so sorry, but I don't know who you are. They're like, oh, you talked to me on this account, and it's like, that's not my account, and this person was trying to ruin my life in a way that was very worrisome. So I decided to delete everything back then, make a new one, make a new account, because I wasn't going to stop doing my thing because I was a fucking asshole. I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? And things were fine. I didn't put anything on this that could trace back to me. I want to make this clear, at least that I know of. Still to this day, I'm confused as fuck how this happened. But it keeps happening, by the way. I just want to say that. I try to make sure that it doesn't ever correlate to me at all, but I guess that the algorithm is doing something I don't fucking know. This person finds me again, and this time I'm like, okay, do I try to talk to this person or not? Like, they keep stalking me, and they're gonna keep bothering me. Maybe if I talk to them a little bit, maybe, and they get bored of me, maybe I could get some leverage and let this person leave me alone, right? Because the authorities here in South America are not gonna do shit, and it's not like I didn't try, by the way. I'm gonna talk about that later, but this was years later. This person shows up again, and I was 17 at the time. This was back in 2018. So, I tried to use Discord for the first time. Yeah, I know my Discord account right now is not as old because I deleted my previous one for reasons that, are obvious at this point. And, I was like, okay, I'll try to talk to you. What do you want, right? Like, why are you doing this to me? And they said, I'm gonna quote this, by the way. I got screenshots of this, but I'm not gonna show them because first of all they're in Spanish, and second of all I don't want to show this shit. All right, I don't want to do that. But again, they said, and I quote, that I either, okay, become their slave or I kill myself, which is like, I'm not gonna do that. Either of those. I'm not gonna do either of those for this guy. Like, he was trying to make me die by trying to ruin my life because I didn't want to be with him, which is insane. In my head, it's insane. This person tried to do a little bit of everything. They tried to even pretend to be some random guy on Facebook that it was... That's my dog, sorry about that. That it was obviously wasn't him. It's like, no, mom. I had to tell my mom. It's like, no, mom, that's actually not him. He's just leading some random guy on Facebook, into trouble. This is obviously not him. Like, but the thing is that it was like, I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? I was like, I know, but I was really scared. I was 17, and I was like a very scaredy, like, little, well, I wasn't a little girl, but my mind, I was just scared as a little girl because I was like, what the fuck will I do? Like, what is this person saying? Because then, back that time, I didn't even have Instagram. I never had Instagram, by the way, back that time until recently that I first did my Instagram account. This is crazy, but I never had an Instagram account until recently, right? And this person somehow found my mom on Instagram, which was like, not even I knew her account, not even I knew my family accounts, right? Because it was like, if I'm not on Instagram, how would I know their accounts, right? It was like, how did you even find that? That's insane to me. It was insane to me how this person found that, because then they will try to like harass my family. They will make fake accounts with my name, which my family already knew at that time that I never made accounts with my full real name, which was insane. And then he will start sending my relatives messages saying really fucked up shit, like I just killed my mom, or like, oh, my stepdad is abusing me, or some shit like that, which is really fucked up. I that never happened, by the way. No one ever laid a finger on me and my family or did anything mean to me ever, okay? I just want to say that. Yeah, I had a bit of a tussle with my mom a few times, but that's normal, right? That's the normal thing, okay? But he didn't know anything about that because, again, as I said, right? That shouldn't even matter. But at the same time, my family was like, what the fuck is this? Who's this, right? They knew it wasn't me right away because they wouldn't even like type like me. My family knew me already. So it was like, yeah, alright. This person thought that they could get my family against me, which didn't work because my family knows me. My family knows me enough to know that that wasn't me, and they know that I don't use Instagram, and I wouldn't even use Instagram for that shit. But they were still alarmed. They were like, okay, who's the asshole doing this shit, right? And then he got involved with pedophiles. Pretending to be me, he got involved with pedophiles, and those pedophiles started harassing me and my family. And I didn't know what to do at that point. I was like, I've been enduring that for 3 years. When I turned 19, those, well, almost 3 years. It was 2 years and a few months. I decided to isolate myself. I will have panic attacks. I just didn't feel like I could do anything at that point. I had to delete everything again. But my family would still get harassed. You understand? It was like, my family wasn't going to delete their shit because of some asshole and some pedophiles. But at the same time, it was demented. I didn't know what to do. I was scared, so I isolated myself entirely. I didn't even want to meet my friends IRL because I was so paranoid that I started even doubting them. At some point, I even started doubting my family. Do you realize how horrible that is? I started doubting everyone around me. And I even started doubting myself, saying, hey, maybe this is my fault or something, Like, I started to blame myself because when you're put in a situation that's extremely stressful and there's nothing you can do about it and no one is helping you, despite you, like, asking for help, because it's not like I didn't ask for help publicly, right? People made fun of me or people didn't take me seriously, which is, even people were like, oh, get over it. People were like, well, you're a whore. Okay, I was 17. Well, sorry, I was 19, sorry. When I was 17 and that started happening, I didn't ask for help. It was like 2 years later. Anyway, it was like, damn, I really am alone. That's what I thought. And, then suddenly a friend shows up out of nowhere and says, hey, how about we go and sue this, tell the authorities what's happening right now. How about we go and do that? And I was like, yeah, sure. I go, right, to the authorities and, I inform them, hey, there's this person and this bunch of pedophiles that's been harassing me and my family with fake accounts, pretending to be me and shit, And it's not like we didn't give them anything. My family would take screenshots of everything. They were not stupid. They're not stupid. And, they didn't give a shit. Even one of the people there, one of the feds, I guess if you want to call them like that, they were like, oh, well, it's kind of your fault, isn't it? And I'm like, but that isn't me. That's not me. That's what I'm telling you. And that was back in like 2020, start of 2020. And as you can see, nothing was done. And why would they take anything seriously? This is a poor country that doesn't give a shit about internet stuff. So of course they were like, oh well, whatever, just block them, I guess. Yeah, thanks for nothing, asshole. Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, nothing was done, and I was just left there even more in despair. Because I had a naive hope that maybe the authorities could help me or anything, or try to reassure me, hey, we're gonna try or something. Not even that. They just blamed me on the spot, and I was about to cry in there. Like, Jesus Christ, I had no I had no rest from that situation, and it was so stressful. I shit. Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that. But I had no rest. My family had no rest either. And I isolated myself again for a little bit until I decided, man, you know what? I'm gonna start again. And I did a completely 180, which I can't explain how I did that. I seriously don't know how I did it. But I decided to give myself a wake up call. It was kind of a, how do I say this? It was an emergency response from my body. After being in the lowest of the low, my body responded immediately, alarmed, like, oh shit, okay, get up now, stop whatever you're thinking, and just get up and don't let these fucking assholes ruin your life. Because at the end of the day, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna hurt you physically? No. You can just think that they're a bunch of losers, which they are. I mean, this guy was a fucking loser, and he still is. Sorry. And, he is one of the only people in this world that I genuinely feel a tremendous hatred to, because he also tried to harass the people close to me, my friends and so, which also made me not want to talk to my friends and even feel guilty, because my friends were being harassed by this guy, and they were like, who's this motherfucker, right? And I was like, man, there was a lot of guilt that I felt, a lot, and it was one of the hardest times of my life. I didn't know what to do. I thought about very extreme things, even, but I'm over it now, okay? It's alright. But this person is still around, by the way. I just want to say that. People who've been on my channel, for example, here on my live stream, sometimes he comes around with an alt because he knows he can't do anything else. The only thing he can do now is just send messages like a pussy, trying to provoke me or anything, and I don't even respond to him in Spanish because he can't speak English to save his ass, alright? And I don't even reply to him anymore. I just, I tell my audience, hey, look guys, that's my stalker. Look at that loser, laugh at him. And, that's it. But I never tell the full story. I'm not gonna go into too many details, by the way, because I kind of don't want to do that. I'm gonna be honest, but at the same time, I just wanted to get it on my chest because, seriously, I cannot fathom that. I like to think that this world is not that bad. I seriously do. I try to think, most people are not bad. And, this is the exception, though. This guy is the exception, and those people who were harassing my family and my friends for not even anything I did, they deserve to rot in hell. No exceptions. I don't think there's forgiveness for people like that, ever. Because, I mean, God, if only you guys knew. Jesus. Well, the people who are closest to me know, of course, but my God. People can be so demented sometimes. I don't understand. I actually don't understand. I can hate someone and still not dedicate my life and time to that person, Yeah, this person tried to ruin my life and almost succeeded. They almost succeeded in doing that, but they didn't. I know they gotta live with that. They gotta live with the fact that I am now a happy person, right? I got my friends and I got my small community that I like. I like my small community. I like to have my friends and my family close to me. And I have fun, I study, and I'm happy that I'm succeeding in my studies. And I'm happy that I'm succeeding in my personal projects. And they're mad about it. And that makes me so happy. I sound like an asshole, but it makes me happy that I can do my life, that I can have my family on my side, that I can have my friends on my side, and that I don't need to dedicate on hate. But I'm gonna be honest, it feels really good knowing that there are motherfuckers out there thinking about me while they hate me constantly, while I'm out here like, you know, being pretty bowling. I'm gonna be honest. It feels great. It even makes it feel even better, you know? I sound like an ass, but lately I've been starting to own it. You know, I've been starting to own the fact that, man, I'm out here with family, my friends, you know, I'm out here just having fun. And I bet the other motherfuckers are crying or suffering, coping with the fact that they can't affect me anymore. It's awesome. You know? And yeah, so I'm just gonna keep being here, and I'm not gonna let some stupid motherfuckers, you know, ruin that for me. Cause at the end of the day, they're losers. At the end of the day, they're just doing it for what? Because I didn't want to associate with them? That's pussy shit. They're pussies. You know, just get over it. Like, they're not children, they're adults. Aren't we grown-ups already, guys? Right? Which, again, I want to say this too. But 2 months ago, funny enough, yeah, I got used to it, alright? There's now someone else stalking me, which is the same person who doxed a known artist known as Night Margin. If no one knows about that, look it up, because that's not my story. I'm not here to tell that. But yeah, and funny enough, they made a group with a bunch of people that I don't know, and they hate me, and I'm like, do I even know you? You see how pitiful it is? Like, holy shit. I mean, it feels kind of nice, not gonna lie, to, you know, just be myself, and somehow people get so pissed about it. That's awesome, you know? Like, oh my god. Get over yourself. Jesus. They're a bunch of adults, by the way, I just want to say that. But yeah, maybe they should go to study or something, I don't know. Maybe go do your homework. But yeah, you know, I just wanted to say this to let it out there. And yeah, though I'm gonna be honest, that this new people that are stalking me and shit, they're nothing. They're literally nothing compared to everything else that happened in my life, literally. So, you know, keep trying, bitches. They really don't face me. But yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, I've been being stalked and harassed for 8 years, and, you know, still counting, because this person didn't really go anywhere. But, you know, that's fine. They, you know, they can keep on crying, they can keep on trying, but at the end of the day, you know, I can still do my life. So I don't know, it's kind of a, it's kind of the, you know, the guy climbing the pushing the rock upwards. Yeah, you're not really doing anything, buddy. Keep trying. So yeah, you know, I just wanted to get that out there. You know, if it was me back then, I will be right now very, very sad and stressed. But, you know, thinking about the present right now and my situation right now compared to before, I'm fucking happy and I'm satisfied. And you know what? In a few minutes, I think I'm just gonna play games, because I got my free time right now until March, which is where I start the semester again in college. Which, oh man, college. But hey, you know what? It's gonna be done. And, you know, it's just part of life. So yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean for the chat to have anything, but I guess I didn't count for moderators. Silly me. But yeah, of course. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm doing pretty balling. How I put the subscribers of 60 years? Makes no fucking sense. Oh well. Anyway, thank you everyone for listening. I know it's been very short, but I wanted to keep it brief because I didn't think this is like a mystery story. Yeah, 60 years is not a bug. It's something I did. I didn't think it needed to be super long because honestly, I don't think I need to give every little detail. Okay, I wanted to get personal, but not too personal. Okay, I don't think that's a good idea, but because it goes against my principles, honestly. But you know, I still wanted to tell people why I'm so secretive, or why I'm like, you know, why in my server I didn't let everyone in, you know, like, you know, most people will, and but I don't, even from the start. And probably a lot of people are weirded out when they join and they're like, why are there like 2 channels, you know? And once I give them the role, they're like 4, and I'm like, oh, but why is this? And it's like, well, now everyone knows why, because I stopped being paranoid, or at least as paranoid as I was before. But I'm not gonna be like dumb, you know? Just because I'm not paranoid anymore doesn't mean I'm not taking care, you know? Because you never want a fucking creep going to your server, you know? Or getting close to you. You never want that shit. You don't want anyone to access everything you say on a server immediately. Not because you're saying anything wrong, but you never know what kind of people are out there, you know? And I still, though, my experience shouldn't be like a rule out, right? Not everyone goes through this, of course. And I hope they don't. That'd be insane. But, hear me out. Sorry, I got a little distracted reading the chat, which is not, it's not what I wanted. Thanks, Deborah, as always. And yeah, I just wanted to say that most people are not like this. Most people are not this demented to stalk someone for 8 years. That's a rare case that, unfortunately, happened to me. Okay? And, you know, it builds a character on someone when they're able to fight it off. Right? Most people don't end well from experiences like this. And I almost did, by the way. I almost did end up not well. But I'm glad that I did, because now I'm enjoying life the best I can. And I'm grateful for that. You know, I'm grateful for being alive and just, you know, having fun. And, you know, moving on. Doing my own thing, enjoying the things I enjoy, and being able to communicate with people that are great. So yeah, to the haters, just keep crying, you know? Or, I don't know, get over yourself. That's all I can say. I don't know. I love how I say to the haters, even though I don't really have haters. I don't know. It's just funny to say it, sorry. Yeah, I wanted to keep it very brief. It's almost 40 minutes, and yeah, it's just what I wanted. I didn't want it to be any longer. So hey, thanks everyone for listening. I'm very glad, and I feel so much better to just get it out of my chest, honestly. It's nice. I can see sorry, I have hiccups. I can see why people do it now, to talk very personally. That's nice. Feels great just to let people know. Yeah, thanks for everyone, and especially thanks, obviously, to, you know, my friends and my family that, you know, they were always on my side because they knew they were reaffirming that I did nothing wrong, which was true. Because, I don't know, not wanting to talk to someone is really not a motive for them to stalk you and harass you and get a lot of people involved that don't even know you. Or, well, you don't even know them. That's, like, pathetic. And if I ever knew someone who did that IRL, I fight them. But sadly, we all know that people who do that will never do it IRL because they know they get fucked. They know. Because they're that much of a pussy. We know that. So yeah. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you everyone, and good morning, by the way. It's almost 10 a.m. And, I think I lay back in bed a little longer. I'm gonna take the day off because it's fun. It's nice to relax. Thank you, Dover, as always. Yeah, venting is good when it's necessary. Of course. I'm kinda eepy, not gonna lie. I didn't sleep that much. Somehow. Well, my body got used to it. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon with just the usual streaming. So, I just been kinda busy hanging out with friends more than anything, so I kinda didn't want to stream. And lately I've been going to bed earlier. I don't know, I fixed my sleep schedule, which is nice. So yeah, that's why I'm here so early. So yeah, bye. I'll see everyone, as always, in due time. Thanks, as always. I don't mind. And I'm glad that people still come in just to hang out. Yeah, I'm no longer a vampire, that's great. So yeah, I'll see you around. Alright, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I just want to say that. Get mad about it. Yeah, definitely. That's a good one. I'm not going anywhere. Get mad about it. Yeah, that's great. Alright, sorry to keep it longer and longer. But yeah. Thanks again.